This is episode 25 of 10,000 Africans podcast. I am your humble host, JD Tarpe. Happy New Year to you, and I am wishing you the best in 2018. Thank you so much for continuing this journey with 10,000 Africans, and we look forward to 2018 as we grow, and we hope that you take that ride along with us. I also want to thank all of you who have contributed in one way or the other, and especially to our donors. And one who has asked not to be named, he donated $250 United States dollars to the growth of 10,000 Africans. So I want to thank him publicly on this platform. Today on the show, we have two entrepreneurs who have not only been traveling the world, but also helping others find their ways. Today we have Randy and Alishia from We Go To, which is a platform that is geared towards helping Black millennials travel more around the world and helping them understand what it means to be a traveler who is Black, and helping them navigate those spaces. So I am very excited to have Randy and Alishia on from We Go To, or We Go To World, trying to show the world that Black people, Africans, also travel. Welcome to the show, Randy and Alishia.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, thank you.
So I introduced you guys, but it doesn't fill the whole story. So would you please fill in the gaps where, how has your story led you here?
Yeah, sure. So I'll start at the very beginning. Randy and I actually met about 6 years ago in a teach abroad program in the Dominican Republic. And we were in these small villages, and actually for our orientation of the program, they put us in the same room together. We were the only two Black participants. So in being in such a close proximity, we started to get to know each other and really share some of our passions. And one shared passion that we had was international travel. So we started to talk about some of the challenges that we also faced being African American women abroad, and how there really wasn't a platform that allowed us to share, tips or just information that's relevant to our needs and concerns as African Americans when it comes to international travel. So we started kind of compiling information from our own travels, talking to our friends, and really finding out what would be helpful for them as travelers. And a couple years later, we decided to, go ahead and start our company, We Go To. And with our company, we officially launched, I'd say, about 2 years ago. And at the core of our mission, we look to provide international travel tips to other Black millennials, as well as increase the visibility of Black travelers in general. So essentially, our user can kind of come to our website, find useful information for a place that they're looking to travel to, as well as submit tips from their own travels.
Wow. So, and looking at your platform, you have thousands of followers, and you have thousands of followers, if not millions, that visit the website on a monthly basis, and you offer like travel guides and stuff. Like, how is it packaged for the specific demographic? How do you package that?
Sure. So we offer to anyone who visits our website, wegotoworld.com, relevant information about a variety of countries from around the world that feature what we call pro tips, which are tips and really valuable, useful information from Black millennials who have been to those countries, lived in those places, eaten the food, lived the life. And so they, sent us their best information, their best recommendations, and we compile that on our website. So in addition, we offer what we call our go-to guides, which are curated itineraries of the best places to eat, things to do, and lodging in a variety of countries. And we're actually we're planning a relaunch of We Go To in the mid of 2018. So we have some things in the works. We're really excited to announce that in the next couple months. But yeah, we also sell merchandise on our website. Most notably our melanin passport covers, because if you're going abroad, of course you need a passport, and of course you want to protect it with a beautiful passport cover. So yeah.
That is awesome. And I looked at it and I'm like, man, this could be a thing. I think one of the things that strikes me about the platform is that it fills a need that, that exists out there, that we don't see a lot of travel stuff focused on Black people and Africans. So how do you think, based on what you guys are saying, how do you think your work adds value to Black people across the world?
So like you said, right now, a lot of major legendary travel companies don't really tailor their information for our audience. And as Alishia and I have both experienced firsthand, when we travel abroad as Black people, our experiences tend to be a little different. And the challenges and the situations we face are different. And so because a lot of those, bigger travel brands don't tailor their information for us, we're kind of left to figure it out on our own, and go to a country and, immerse yourself feet first, which can be really great. But, I think it also hinders a lot of people from exploring and getting into international travel because they don't know what to expect as a Black person overseas. And so we really feel that compiling the information, so it's not just, the opinion of Alishia and I, we're building a community of thousands and hopefully one day millions of Black travelers, so we can really understand, what's an experience I can have when I go to this country, what can I expect, how should I prepare, and how can I have a really amazing experience.
That's incredible, because I think we do need it. And when you travel as a Black person, you understand this, right? So in running your business, what is the biggest challenge that you faced so far?
I would say probably the biggest challenge would be really just being a two-woman show. Like I said, Randy and I, we had this idea 6 years ago, and it's been kind of a labor of love, and we absolutely enjoy what it is that we do. But as we start to grow and expand, it is really difficult to only be a two-woman show. We have to do all of the emails, and we're doing the social media, and we pretty much have our hands on everything. So I would say that would probably be the biggest challenge when it comes to running We Go To.
We've actually just had a long meeting yesterday to talk about our 2018 goals, and so we are hoping to expand and scale in this coming year and bring more people on, so that we can really leverage the useful information out there and get it to more people.
I'm interested. What is in terms of your travels? What is the Blackest thing you've seen or done?
That's really funny. Alishia?
Okay, so wait. So I need a little clarification. So you said the Blackest thing that we've seen?
The Blackest thing you've seen. Like, how the stereotypes are.
Well, you know what? I don't know if I can give you like a very specific thing, but I remember when we were in the Dominican Republic.
I thought, that was.
We would always just say that, like, Dominicans are like Black people with their own island. Like, they just are culturally like very similar to African Americans in the U.S. And so we would just be like, yeah, if like Black people had their own island somewhere, this is what it would be like. Yeah. They're real Black.
They got the cornrows going on.
Exactly, with the beads in the back. Yeah,
the beads in the back. I mean,
oh wow!
They got it all. And
yep.
So the pico pollo is their fried chicken.
Right, their fried chicken.
That is amazing. So being a two-woman show, it's incredibly hard, and there must be something that keeps you going. So what is it that drives you?
I'd say for me, it's like twofold. One is like just the love of travel. Like getting to immerse myself in all things international travels, looking at all these wonderful, beautiful images of people, beautiful Black people all over the world, as well as learning some of the most awesome and cool experiences there are to have anywhere in the world. It's just like, I want to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not even work. It's just like something I love. But then for me, there's also the kind of the entrepreneurial aspect. I find a lot of gratitude and a lot of pleasure in building something that is our own and planning it out and setting our goals and growing. And yeah, it's just been a huge learning experience. It's not all, sunshine and roses all the time, but it feels really awesome and is really rewarding to build something that we believe in.
Awesome.
And to kind of piggyback off of Randy, I think for me, travel has given me just so much. It's really changed me as a person. And I've been traveling since I've been 3. My mom works for United Airlines, so she kind of exposed me to international travel at a very young age. And I just know that international travel, it's increased my awareness with everything, with people, with different cultures, traditions, perspectives, mindsets. And it's allowed me to be more tolerant just of people in general. And, with our company, we want to increase the visibility of African American travelers, or just of the African diaspora, rather, and also show them that it's possible. I think so many people believe that international travel specifically, is really difficult, that it costs a lot of money, or that it's just too much to kind of get into. So we really want to kind of break down those barriers and really show people that, international travel is not only amazing, but it's really important.
I think it works wonders. And like you said, you see things from a different perspective.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So that's the value that it brings. Anyway, so do you guys have because I think being online and looking at different trends, I think there's a lot more travels to the continent. Do you find that's the same case with like your audience and stuff?
It's funny. We actually were just looking yesterday at where most of our audience is looking to travel in 2018. And I would say that there is a redirecting of international travel by Black millennials to the continent of Africa. For example, we saw that Mozambique was a country that people said that they were interested in. A good number of people said that they were interested in traveling to in 2018, which surprised both of us. But I think, we're going through a time culturally where a lot of, at the very least, African Americans are looking to reconnect with their Blackness and their roots, and are looking to travel to Africa as a means to connect to their heritage.
Yeah, I think you're right on there. You guys have a lot of experience. You worked with the Peace Corps as well, right? Is it Randy or is it
Yes.
Alishia?
Yes. Randy, yes.
Okay.
I did the Peace Corps for 2 years in Kyrgyzstan. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And that's a lot of experience, and you guys come with a lot of business experience as well. So what is one advice that you give to young Africans, whether in the diaspora or on the continent or whatever, who want to add value to their communities?
I would say look for a problem in your community and try to solve it. And it's really simple information, but I think if you start there, just looking to see what are issues in your community and try to come up with a way to solve that, I think that is how you're able to create not only a business in general, but a successful business.
That was going to be mine. So I have another one. I was going to say, dream big. I think that's something I struggled with for a really long time and still struggle with. But once you learn that you are capable of creating and having whatever it is you want and bringing to your life, to your community, to your family, whatever it is that you want, once you truly believe that, like, you are able to work towards it and attain it a lot easier. So everybody who's doing something amazing that you see, they're just people with regular ideas, and they just work hard, but know that it's attainable for you as well.
That is amazing. So here we are, almost at the end of our podcast. I love the advice that you guys give, just dreaming big and, solving problems. And it's such a simple advice.
Yeah.
But it's one of the most powerful ones as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just, find a problem and solve that problem. One of our final questions before we go to the rapid fire. If you had 10,000 Africans at your disposal with expertise in every field, what would you do?
It's a bit self-serving, but we, have all these plans that we just made for, our vision for We Go To in 2018 and beyond. And if we could get some developers and some designers, I really think we could create like an amazing platform that not only serves, that could grow to serve not only Black millennials, but people in marginalized groups from across the spectrum. And so, I would, use that manpower to build the thing that makes me happy.
And you know what? That was such an amazing answer. I'm going to stand with Randy on that.
I like that. So, how can people find you? How can people who haven't heard of you before, where can they find you? How can they get in contact with you?
So you can definitely visit our website. We go to, as in also, TOO, world.com. We also are on all social media platforms. So we have Instagram, which is at We Go To World, Facebook, which is at We Go To, and Twitter, which is at We Go To as well.
As you know, it takes money and time to run a show, to run a podcast. And I've been doing that out of my own pocket, my own budget, and I don't mind. But I've given you the opportunity as a listener to be part of supporting the show. So go to 10,000africans.com/donate, and you can also use our shop to buy 10,000 Africans merchandise. So thank you so much for your support. We look forward to hearing from you and getting your gifts. What is your favorite book?
This is a book that I just read over Christmas break, but it's been like super impactful. It's The Four Agreements. It maybe isn't my favorite book per se, but it's the one that I read most recently and is really sticking at the top of mind for me right now.
Who's the biggest influence in your life?
For me, I would have to say my mom. She's kind of like, we're very much the same in a lot of ways, but she balances me and has like this kindness and generosity that I don't see in many other people. And it's something that I've been striving to be more like since, getting a little older. But yeah, I'd have to say my mother. She's such a generous person, just a beautiful spirit.
Go mom.
Yeah.
And for me, I would probably have to say my dad. So my dad actually passed away when I was 14, but one thing that he kind of instilled in me at an early age was to really dream big. He always had so many goals, and I saw him accomplish so many things that he wanted to do in his life in such a short period of time. And he just always encouraged me to dream big, and whatever it was that I wanted to accomplish, just always encouraged me and told me that I could do it. So that sticks with me now. So I would definitely say my dad.
Go dad. Randy, Alishia, thank you so much for coming on. It's amazing having you guys on. I really admire what you do and the passion that you put into it. And I am a follower. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. And
thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, and please share this podcast with your family and friends to help our platform grow, and rate us and review us on iTunes to help our message reach out there. Don't forget to check out our donation page, 10,000africans.com/donate, or our shop page, 10,000africans.com/shop. And if you have any questions or discussion, just leave it down below in the comments or email me at hello@10,000africans.com, and I'll be excited to reply to you. Thank you very much for listening, and have a wonderful day.